has been a while, hasn't it? It has been just over, I think it is 60 days since my last upload. And first, I wanted to say just my apologies for taking so long. From my previous videos and a couple of community posts, I focused heavily on the Japanese exam at first. And then I eventually tried making a Norwegian YouTube channel. And that also led me into doing one-to-one teaching. And that is sort of where I used more time than I didn't have as many hours in my day as I was hoping I had. So that has been sort of what I've been doing lately. And I don't want to actually make it sound like I'm needing to explain myself for when and how often I upload, but I want to be transparent, and you know that. And I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do in the coming months and over a coming year or two. Well, the first thing I would like to tell you about is I have when it comes to the one-to-one teaching on italki, mostly, it has been a great experience, but it took me a lot of hours, to be honest. And I have contemplated, and I need to take a step back and get closer to doing creative stuff again, because I've been very consistent on once a week uploads on my Norwegian channel, occasional 2 uploads, but not often. And I can't promise I'm able to do that in ASMR as well, mostly because it's all a priority, I have a great time making ASMR. I love it. I use it myself sometimes when I need to sleep. It comes in waves for the most part. Sometimes it's a lot more, sometimes less. Also depending on where I am or what my evening habits are. And I also like using it myself, but I also just like making the videos, I like thinking that it does help some people relax and maybe sleep. But one thing I have to be honest with is I am afraid I am I wouldn't say barking up the wrong tree, but I'm thinking ASMR is quite saturated now as a genre, and there's no hiding it. Being a male in ASMR is more difficult. And it comes back to some YouTube tips I have heard from, for example, Ali Abdaal. Use your unfair advantage is one of the things he has promoted. Like, play to your strengths, play to what you're actually good at. And I think there is a place for me in ASMR as well. But I just need to maybe change a little bit how I do things. But at the same time, I don't want to spend a lot of hours on production. I've been thinking a little bit about more story-driven ASMR. And I do have a project, a web project, where I haven't talked about it before, I'm sure, where it is the option of having choose your own adventure ASMR projects, like stories, where you sort of listen on your phone and you can swipe to the answers, sort of like swipe up for an answer, right, left, and down for answers. And the web app is kind of working, to be honest. But the problem is it needs more work, and I don't know. So my thing is, I only have so many hours, but there's so many projects I would like to make. And there's still stuff I want to do in Norwegian and ASMR, and I've been thinking about a lot of other YouTube channels as well. I've been wanting to document my Japanese more, to be honest. I am documenting it on a website, like sort of just tracking all the studying I'm doing, and I'm putting a lot of hours in that as well. So if you want to see it, I can put it around here and in the link below, but it's like, I'm not sure if you get too much out of looking at it, but it's more a tool for me to just document all I'm doing. So, on the topic of Japanese, I've had in the back of my mind for quite a few months, but it's never been a actual executable idea, but I'm starting to think it is. I am thinking of studying in Japan for a year, studying the language for a year. So that's also something that has taken up time and energy for me. Preparing, especially preparing, like 99% of it is just making sure I keep my Japanese steadily growing. And if this becomes an actual thing I'm going to do, it'll require all that visa stuff, and finding a school, finding a place to live for a year, and all that. And I have even told my boss that I'm going to plan it for so many months in advance. It is April now, and if I'm going to study, it's probably going to be next April. So I told him almost a year in advance that, like, hey, this is what I'm aiming for. I want you to know. And he's very, very understanding, and that's why I felt like I could say it. And I'm probably aiming for like January, February next year to sort of stop work, go full on YouTube production, because I'm going to see if I can have videos scheduled for the full year while I'm gone. I'm not sure if that's too ambitious, but that's sort of just what I do. I go very ambitious and I try and I fail a lot, but that's how it is. I think it's doable. So yeah, that's what I have been thinking of. And lately, just as a side note, I know I'm just rambling a lot about myself, but maybe it's fun for you to listen to. During this Easter, I have been looking at app development for tablets and stuff. Mostly for like my own projects, kind of. Like trying to find better ways to study, trying to find fun ways to edit videos, for example. But I also thought about, what if this web app I have of choose your own adventure stories, what if it's on mobile instead of the web? That does sound quite intriguing to me, because that would mean it's it's a lot easier to make, or that depends how you look at it. It's easier to make web apps in general, at least from my background. But I'm also like a little bit into game development, so it's easier for me to think in the app level, if that makes sense. So I've been thinking about maybe these stories, especially the Norwegian stories, but also maybe ASMR could be sort of on app stores. But then again, the question is, how do you monetize it? So it's a lot of things to think about. But I don't mean to keep you here too long with my rambling. I just wanted to say hi. I just wanted to say I am not fully gone, even though I have been neglecting the channel more than I probably should. And I also wanted to just ask you, if you've seen this far, could you please drop a comment and tell me, what do you think? Is there something you want me to make? Is there something you maybe think I could do a lot better? And yeah, I just want to make videos that help you either just relax or sleep. And I feel like I've made a lot of videos now, and I hit a plateau of sorts, and that did demotivate me a little bit, and I don't know what I can do to sort of make better videos, make more interesting videos. They sort of started falling flat quite a lot, and I just want to make sure that they reach people and that they do help. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. And I hope this has been okay to listen to. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.